another book idea from Liz.
Right now, I'm going to show you how to make a couple of different types of flip books.
Wow, now I am excited.
You need 2 pieces of paper and some sticky notes, like this. Take your piece of paper, fold it in half, run your finger down the end, and then turn it over like it's a book. You've got to do your drawing closer to the corner of the paper. That's because when you're trying to do the flicking, if you do it in the middle, it's going to be very difficult to do, like that.
Got it. Thanks, Liz.
I'm just going to draw Tom's face.
Amazing.
So what you're actually doing here is drawing your second picture, the one with the expression on. You're doing that first before you do the other picture. I'm using a permanent marker, so be careful with your fingers. Do put something underneath the table if you are using a permanent marker. If you draw like a really big expression, that will give you much more of a contrast, and I'll show you next. So we've drawn Tom with a very big expression. Now if you put the paper down, you can see roughly through the paper. And now I'm going to draw Tom again, but then change his expression. Keep everything the same, nose the same. The things I'm going to change are his eyes and his mouth. Tom just smiling. Right, let's see how that works. And you just hold it and you can flick it like that. That works, I think. So you could try all different types of expressions. You could make his hair go up, you could do a monster.
Awesome.
I might try another one now. Let's try a bug. So don't forget, draw at the top end of the paper so that you can hold it and flick it. With his arms up in the air and his legs. Maybe give him some fur. I'm going to take a pencil, add a little bit of shadow like that and some lines so he looks like he's jumping up. Just see him there. So I'll need to move him down a little bit because obviously he's jumping up. Try to change things a little bit. Might just add a little bit of shadow there. Right, let's see how that works. So you can make very simple animations like that. That's basically what animation is. It's just doing lots of those drawings and just changing everything just a tiny bit. So another thing you can do, if you want to make slightly longer animation, I'm going to use this sticky note pad. You can already see I've drawn Mr Fullerman. A bunch of Mr Fullermans, one after the other, exactly the same, but I'm missing out his eyes and any expressions really. So his mouth is the same, I've drawn him the same. I'm not moving Mr Fullerman around, so I'm just going to draw the last 3 Mr Fullermans on top so you can see how I did it. You can see through underneath, so it's the same as the paper. So I'm just drawing Mr Fullerman exactly the same. Another one, like that. Right, now I've done those, I'm going to go right back to the beginning and I'm going to add a fly and then make Mr Fullerman's eyes follow them all the way around, and the fly will go into different places and that's what's going to move.
Great stuff.
Every time you do a drawing, you just move the fly just a little bit over. So I'm making Mr Fullerman's eyes follow the fly and then go in different directions as well, so he's going cross-eyed. So every time I do something, I'm just moving it a little bit. So you just draw it in a slightly different place than it was before, and you should be able to see what you've drawn underneath. And we'll leave Mr Fullerman's mouth wide open. Mr Fullerman's gone cross-eyed. Need to make the fly disappear now. Let's leave Mr Fullerman like that. Whew, that took a while. That's why it's quite a good idea, if you're going to do a flip book, choose something simple to draw, because you're going to be doing a lot of drawings. Shall we see if that works? You could do all kinds of things. You could do bugs, you could do monsters, just a face, just something really simple. Make your own animation.
The Brilliant World of Tom Gates. Watch it now on